Call the meeting to order. Everyone please rise for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Let the record reflect Councilman Calhoun is absent tonight. All other council members are present. Pastor Brown, would you like to start us off tonight?
Sure, let's pray. Our Heavenly Father, we give you thanks for another day, and thank you, Father, for our town, and thank you for the council members who are willing to serve. I want to ask for your blessings as we continue the remodeling project of the library, which is asked that go perfectly well. Also, Father, continue to grant wisdom and insight to all those involved in preparing for the Earth Festival this year. Finally, Father, just ask for your blessings on this meeting. I pray it all in Christ's name.
Amen. Thank you. All right, we've got meeting minutes from July 13th, a regular council meeting.
I'll make a motion that we approve those minutes.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And then from our special meeting on July 17th.
I make a motion, we approve those minutes.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right. Let's see. Proceed with reports, starting with John.
Thank you. Start with the water plan, daily rounds, testing, monitoring, collecting, usage have all been recorded there at the water plant. Our production from our wells so far in the month of July has been 1,385,210. Our daily average usage for the water plant is around 51,304. The water filter has been backwashed twice in July 15th and July 27th, which is today. Our back tees have been collected for the month of July. They came back absent, which that's a good thing. Hoosier Environmental brought us our wellhead protection plan for the next 5 years. Has been completely signed off by IDEM and is completed. I gave you a little map of the wellhead protection there. Shows the possible problems we could have off 19 and the railroad, and you never know when a semi tips over, and that's some of what's in the wellhead protection plan, besides everybody's name, information, procedures of how to clean up spills that have happened around it. But in case you weren't aware of how big it is, it's a pretty big area.
What is number 2 there? Is that a gas?
Number 2, I believe is, I'm not sure about that, but I believe
Yes,
it's the county storm drain.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yep.
That sound right?
Yep. That probably is Miller Carson. It's not exactly as it runs, I don't think, but that makes sense. It does go across that field there on the other side of the tracks. All right, thanks.
I didn't say okay with
Yeah.
it.
Close enough.
Something I'd like to bring for a little food of thought. I believe we should think about charging a fee for water audits. It does take up a considerable amount of time, printing everything off and actually collecting all the information off the meters. About 2 to 3 hours a meter. I don't know, most towns and cities charge $150 or more for that service. Didn't know if that was something you wanted to roll around in your head, you know.
What does that entail? What does that entail?
It's a water audit. Basically, we hook up to our meters and we digitally take all the information off of the meter that it's been performing, how many gallons a minute the meter pumps out. Water goes through it for consumption. and then we upload it to our computers, and we print off basically a grid showing how the usage has, and when they have continuous usage, a little red flag comes up on the days that they are using too much water.
Okay. Thank you.
But like I said, it does take a lot of time. Next on the agenda, we were looking at that trailer on County Line Road here. We found out it was a black thin-walled PEX line, the old farmer irrigation lines. Kind of feel, I think it was in the ordinance, we gotta replace that, not hook that back up. I'm not sure about that, positively about that. But, it is not hooked up to our water main anymore since they put the new water main running down County Line Road. So, I don't know where you wanna move forward with that. David Castle is here tonight to talk to. He's got big plans on cleaning up the place. I believe we need to bore a new AWWA PEX line underneath the road if we want to hook it back up. As you know, that black irrigation line, once it starts,
Yeah, that's, I've seen
everybody's
more
familiar.
failures than I can count.
I think he has some questions for you on that too, but I know that's later on. As for wastewater, daily rounds have been done, collecting, sampling, influent and effluent. Our daily average influent use for July so far is 112,487, which that's a lot better than 3 months ago when I started. It was 167,000, the average. So I don't know if putting them backflow preventers in
Sure,
helps.
do something.
I don't know if finding that leak out there with the backwash station helped. But then again, you know, this month we've had over 4.5 inches of rain so far already just this month. That's unbelievable for July.
Yes.
In my opinion. Plus we just got more today.
Right.
Started discharge on the wastewater plant on the 19th of July. We have a lot of high ammonia due to the heat. A lot of duckweed out there. A lot of organics are floating up from the heat, creating methane gas floating up. So we're going through a lot of chlorine for disinfection. At roughly around 40 to 50 pounds a day, which we're still taking it out. No violations or anything like that. It's just every discharge I've done here so far has been different. I don't know if that's the going thing, but just thought I'd bring that out to your attention. There's a lot of stuff going on out there with this discharge. I've been driving in at night, checking on it, making sure that we're staying sturdy at about 600,000. The only problem I got is the creek's coming down faster than I like right now. So we're about, we're still okay, but it's getting close to the 10%, so I'm gonna have to start lowering it.
Yep.
Perky's Heating and Cooling will be here August 4th and 5th to put that mini split in the building out there. And ART estimate sheets need to be signed or they won't come in here, and they won't give me a date to come in here and actually.
Do you happen to have a copy of those?
I've
Lindsay?
got them
I
right here.
Okay.
do have
Yeah.
a copy.
Say if not, I can go out and get them, but. Let's see, everything is.
Should be
3 manholes.
3 manholes that we're paying for, 1 manhole that they forgot, and 3 manholes are repairs.
Let's see. Do they need the one that are repairs, the ones that are no cost don't need a signature, do they? That was on a separate sheet, I think. Oh, missed manholes, that one's 0. Warranty repair, okay, I got you. It's all
They
right.
just needed a signature before they'd set up a date to come out. Also, that wellhead protection plan is good for 5 years. I don't know if you were informed on any of that.
Okay. I'll give this back to you because it looks like they need some, like an email to send stuff to.
Do we have a timeline on the sewer drains being fixed?
Sewer drain.
Right out here, the two out here in front, we talked about
Luke
it
was
the
working
last
on
meeting.
that.
Luke-
That's a street thing.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
We did put the French drain in.
I saw that. I saw that.
today. I'm not sure if we've got to, he wanted, concrete around it or cold. We don't know which one. I don't
Cold
know if it's
patch.
been done yet.
Yeah, there's concrete around it, I think.
Oh,
Is there?
okay.
I think so.
All right.
Well, we can go check it out. I guess it rained, but not that much yet.
Well, hopefully it makes a difference. I think that was worth trying. Okay. Anybody have any questions for John?
Yeah, Nick, well, circle back to the one first thing you
Sure.
about $150 charge for what?
Water on it.
Yeah, I'll repeat that again. So what Mr. Nikolov is bringing up is that whenever somebody calls to request an audit because they think their bill is too high, that's usually the first thing they do is call us instead of looking around their house to see if there's a problem. And so they'll call us before they do any investigating at home. And he's saying, well, that takes considerable time. Should we consider maybe trying to get that time covered? And I don't know if that's something that we'll entertain or not. But he's right. It takes time because he has to go out to that meter and read the data off of it and then go back and interpret it all on the computer and then print all of that off. And then we have to get it back to the person.
Suspected leak and I'd shut everything off in my house. The only way you
That's-
find out is pull that lid off that pit and look at the.
No, that's the appropriate time. I think we have seen though some, more, maybe people that haven't done that level of investigation at their house like you would. And, so it's kind of a waste of time because we
But
confirm
still,
that they have a leak and then they still have to look.
I've done the investigating at all
Yes.
places in my house. I have to call John or Luke or somebody to come and pull the lid off that, check that meter, see if it's still pumping anything. I'm gonna be charged $150.
No. We can still check the meter to see if it's continuous usage.
Yeah, we can do that just by looking at it.
We can just look at the meter.
What he's talking about is a full
Right.
audit where we print off a report of
Yep.
every single ounce of water that goes through your meter.
Every single gallon you use and every minute,
And nothing's to say that there will be any change anyway, but
Sure. I'll just
He's-
to
sure.
reiterate
It died.
what was taken.
no, your meter, once we open the lid, it'll tell us how much you use, and then it flips through a bunch of different, scales, or how you want to say
Say,
it.
if you come out and pull the lid and it's still running and someone's toilet is running or.
yeah, we can tell that inside the pit without doing this audit. The audit is the thing that takes considerable time. Opening the lid and us looking at the meter takes 5 minutes. So that's not a concern at all.
And the meter will tell us if you have continuous use.
So what would be a scenario you'd have to charge $150?
That was just a suggestion.
Yeah,
Frank.
yeah.
I couldn't go along with that as a council member to charge for that fee. We're a utility.
Well, I'm not saying it's gonna pass. I'm
No, no,
Sure.
kind of-
but that's an
the-
idea.
Yeah.
But, as a utility, we have to figure out what's going on and that, there's a hundred different scenarios. I can't see that personally. I can't see that
That's
being
my
there.
question, what scenario would be for you to have, if it did get stated, what would be the scenario to be
Well,
charged?
I don't want to put no names out there, but we just did a water audit on someone. And they wanted to know exactly everything. And now they found another leak and they fixed it. They want the water audit done. even though they know they had a leak and they fixed it, they want another one done right now.
Good.
And you're gonna find out the same information that we just gave you 10 days ago.
An audit accounts for every ounce of water that goes through that meter every minute. So it's a big, long list, and it's labor intensive, and it's big reports.
It can help you narrow down the source of the
Right.
leak. Oh,
And when it was.
this might be your water softener, or this might be your toilet because of how it's, it'll show us it ran for this long, this much water. So it's a useful tool for sure. But there's times when people request it that don't seem like it's very useful, and it's kind of a waste of time. So
No, don't be. You deserve to know the information.
you can go ahead. I'll just repeat the question, and then as we progress through this, when we get into more of the public comment sections too, if we can do the microphone, that'd be good. But go ahead.
How often do you guys have to be?
How often do people request audits? What do you think? A couple a week, or
Probably, I don't know, maybe about 4 or 5 a month.
okay? Yeah, probably depends on the month, but yeah, a handful a month, something like that. But as you said, it can be considerable amount of time you start adding those up.
It's just time.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay. Anything else for John? No Luke tonight. Jennifer, do you have anything for us?
The only thing I have is I am working on our community crossing closeout, and you have my utility report, and that's it for me tonight.
Any questions for Jennifer? No attorney tonight. Rick is also not here, so we are done with reports. We'll move on to old business. We've got an ordinance we had introduced at the last meeting. It's ordinance 2026-07-01. It has been available since our last meeting for public review. It's an ordinance amending chapter 150 of our ordinance book, which is the Plan Commission section. And that's just updating to current state statute the membership of the Plan Commission. So I can't remember what our book did say, but it had some things like, for example, out-of-town members would be appointed by a judge, a Hamilton County judge, or something like that, and just things like that that needed to be updated. I don't think it had been updated since 1974, if I recall correctly. Anyway, I will just highlight this. I'm not going to read the whole thing since it has been available for review. But the Plan Commission shall consist of 7 members. The Town Council shall appoint 3 members. These members must be elected or appointed town officials or employees in the town government. The Town Council President shall appoint 4 citizen members. No more than 2 of the civilian members may be of the same political party. And then the Plan Commission itself will appoint 2 additional citizen members, at least one of which will reside in the unincorporated area. So, I don't know if that makes sense or not, but that's what it's changing to. Or that's what it currently said. I'm sorry, it's changing to 3 members, 4 citizen members with a 4-year term, and then it also lays out staggered terms for everyone else. Anyway, any discussion on this from the council?
I have none.
No.
Is there a motion to adopt ordinance number 2026-07-01?
I move that we adopt the amended
I'll second.
language.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I'll trade you. What's that? that made its way all the way down? Okay, we have an ordinance to introduce tonight. That's ordinance 2026-07-02, an ordinance establishing a Parks and Recreation Board. This will be available for public review, but we're finally moving in the right direction with the park board here. So this will be available till our next council member or council meeting for public review. And lastly, our planning commission just met immediately preceding this council meeting, and we have a proposal from the Plan Commission. It's proposal number 7-27-26, which is a proposal of the Town of Atlanta Plan Commission amending the ordinance controlling maximum fence height. And what the Plan Commission have suggested, based on a discussion with our building commissioner, is that because common fence sizing seems to include a lot of fences panels that are 4 foot in height instead of 42 inches in height, or as our book said, 36 inches in height, that we amend that ordinance, the zoning ordinance, to allow for a 4 foot front fence. So we have ordinance number 2026-07-03, an ordinance of the Town Council of the Town of Atlanta, Indiana, to amend the fences and wall height. Whereas the Town Council of the Town of Atlanta has adopted zoning ordinances for the town, whereas the Town Council, the Town Plan Commission has certified an amending to zoning ordinance 7.21 and favorably recommended said amendment. Whereas the Atlanta Town Council has reviewed and considered the Plan Commission's recommendation and has considered how the amendment of the zoning ordinance would affect the health, safety, and convenience of the people of Atlanta, Indiana, now therefore be it ordained by the Town Council of the Town of Atlanta, Indiana, as follows. Zoning Ordinance 7.21 FN-01C is amended to read as follows. Not be greater than 6 feet in height for the side yard and rear yard, or greater than 4 feet in height for the front yard. Adopted by the Council of the Town of Atlanta, Indiana this day. So what we would need to do, if we would like to pass this tonight, is we would need to suspend our rules. We'd need a vote to suspend the rules, and then we'd need a vote on the ordinance.
Well, I vote that we suspend the rules.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We have a motion to approve ordinance number 2026-07-03.
Move that we approve this.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Where's that? Okay. All right. Before we talk to Mr. Castle, is there any other old business from the council?
Two things to bring up on the library that need to be decided. In talking with Doyle today, all of the light switches are currently in that reception box as soon as you walk in the door. And regardless of whether we move that box over to the side where the table's gonna be, he would like to move them and put them in the wall next to the office, so that everything's in one central location, and Jennifer or Annie's not gonna have to walk over there and flip the switches underneath that case.
Is there some kind of a light, but move them inside the office?
Or on the wall, wherever all the rest of the light switches
Sure.
are gonna go.
Is there some kind of light that would be accessible inside the door? So you at least have light going in?
I can talk to him about that, I don't,
That would be my only concern, is having, if you had to go over there at night, walking all the way through the building to get to electric.
figure that out.
Code anyway.
He thought it would be much better to have all the light switches.
Yeah,
In
and
a
then you can
centralized
control the
location.
main portion of the main level from inside the office. I think that makes sense.
I'll go talk to him tomorrow. I told him I would text him tonight, but I'll go over there in the morning and talk.
Okay.
The second thing is I would like to see us repurpose that. I don't know, we know what you call it, the entranceway reception area that used to be in there for the library, and put it as the podium in front of the
Yeah.
conference table when we get it over there. So we would just keep the same thing we had, turn it around and move it over to the other side of the room.
I think that'd be nice.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell him he can go ahead and take that out and set it over there on the other side, so it's not in his way. I know
Okay.
he's been moving around it, so.
I think that'd be neat. I'm all for keeping as many things that are over there as we can.
Yeah.
And I think that whatever you counter is really neat.
I'll also ask him about what type of flooring he thinks that is, whether it's oak or pine, so we can move on.
Sure. Okay. Mr. Castle.
Sir, good evening. As you guys already heard, the water lines going to my father's meter is not sufficient in order to hook it back up. So I would like to request if we could get a new water line hooked up to the meter so that way we can get water back to my father's property. I would also like to know if I could be sent the policy or whatever is regarding hooking up to the city sewer line so that way I can start planning for that and getting that in the works.
The line that's run to that meter is not anything that the town would have ever used, as far as I'm aware. That was probably, I don't know when that service was put in. But it's definitely not anything that's serviceable now, I would say. You think it's 3/4 thin wall?
Yeah, the old
Yeah.
farmer's irrigation line.
Yeah, yeah.
I guess when water main was put in on the south side of the road, Andy said not to hook it back up because the place was abandoned.
Well, also that thin wall, I wouldn't want to hook that stuff back up either, because it's,
I wouldn't hook it back up either.
we had some discussion about this and about what it would look like from potentially a fee standpoint and what we could potentially waive and what we couldn't. But I don't know how to approach this, to be honest with you. I think if somebody were becoming a new customer where there wasn't service before, there would be a very clear path. And this is not dissimilar from that scenario, except that at some point in the past there was service there.
Water service,
Correct.
never sewer service.
Right.
Well, so I would agree with you if it was a new tap, or if my father said, hey, I don't want water anymore, but the water service that he had on the property was cut by the town when they did the new water line,
Was your
and
fa-
they never...
was he ever a customer?
My father, yes, and my grandfather before him.
Okay. I think part of the concern is that if something's disused for a long time, I don't know that we can, it's our duty to indefinitely maintain the potential for service in the future. I mean, the gas company will do that. If you don't use your gas for so long and you're not a paying customer, they will dig up your service and retire it. And especially with that thin wall, that's a potential leak point. So when they're digging up and putting in a new main and they see thin wall, and then it's like, well, this hasn't been used in however many years, it's an easy choice at that moment to say, we're not hooking this back up.
I can understand that if the water wasn't in service, but they pulled the meter and didn't reconnect it. It wasn't like it was disconnected beforehand. So I can understand your position. And like I said, if it wasn't in service before they put in the new line, I can understand having to pay a tap fee, but it was in service and there was a meter before that.
Well, and that's what we had talked about too, is we've got tap fees, which is the physical connection, and we've got availability fees, which is like your connection's long-term impact on our system. That's trying to quantify that. And that's the more costly of the two typically, and the tap fee now is exact cost. So it varies from connection to connection.
Yeah.
But we had already had that connection discussion of, for sure, the availability fee we would waive in this situation. But again, I'm kind of at a loss from where else to go with this. I don't know if, I don't know where our responsibility starts and stops.
Well, I know there's never been sewage to that property.
Correct.
Never has. So, and that's probably gonna be the greater expense of the two.
And we're aware of that, yes.
Yeah, you know, because I haven't personally looked at the print, but I know, I believe there's a manhole located,
It's like a half a block.
yeah, it's a half a block
Across.
south.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be the biggest expense of the two.
Correct. We're aware of that.
And then obviously boring under 296th Street and making a tap and, you know, to get water, be the lesser of the two, but still there'll be some expense involved in that, so.
Well, I think we did have the discussions. I can't remember if it was in that special meeting on Friday or if it was on the last meeting on Monday. I think it was on Friday. And it was brought up that we would waive the availability fee
Right, because
because they
It's-
had already had
there
it
had been a
once.
connection at one
And
time.
this is just an upgrade to the line, which in anyone else we would charge. So
The physical line is the part that I don't know what to do. I don't know if that's the town. I don't know if it's reasonable for that to be the town's responsibility.
no, I don't, I
But
think it's the same as
The fees attached, you know,
the availability fee
yeah,
definitely
that's a
shouldn't be.
non-issue.
Well, how much is it would be the cost of boring and putting that in, right?
You're right.
That would be the actual cost of doing the work.
John, how far off the road on the other side is the meter pit? Is it pretty close?
Yeah, it's pretty close to the road.
So are we talking like a 30-foot bore or something like that?
Well, the main's about 3 foot off the road on the south
On
side.
the south
the
side.
Water main is. And then the bore would go under the road to his meter pit. And I wanna say his meter pit's about 8 to 10 feet off the road.
So not a significant
I
bore.
don't really recall, but I think it's pretty close to 8 to 10 feet.
Well, I mean, because he had service there in the past with water, I mean, would it make sense to split the cost of the boring and the line with him? To say, okay, we're gonna upgrade you, we'll put it in, but, I mean, it's either that or we pay for it. It's either go halfers or we put it in. I don't think all of the money should fall on him for that because there was service there at one point. So this is more of an upgrade and reconnecting him.
Yeah, that thin wall pipe was, I mean, like I said, I wouldn't have reconnected that either.
No, I'm not saying he should have been. I'm just saying that,
Sure. And that's something the town, again, would have never, that was something that whoever they were putting the service in for would have bought. Because the town never used
so
that
how much
stuff.
we talking
But
to bore that out?
I mean, the pipe itself, we've got rolls of it. We have the material. We've got all the fittings. We've got all that stuff. It's just a matter of the bore.
What do we think we're looking at for a boring charge for 50 feet?
We can get a,
Get some estimates.
Yeah, let's get some estimates so we can, you know, make it,
Educated determination what
yes,
we
sure.
should.
exactly.
you want to get a price from somebody and
Well, Mr. Bill's boards, I know that.
yeah,
If you're,
him or Daystar or something maybe.
When are you looking at? I mean, is this
Do you have a timeline? Yeah,
time
that's a good
crunch on
question.
this or?
Well, no, because, my father's been trying to battle about 10 years, the previous superintendent, and that's when I stepped in and got a power of attorney. So right now, it's just trying to get him water and then work on getting him sewers so he can replace the trailer, fix up the area so they can eventually move in there. That's my goal.
So if we answer you next meeting, it's
Absolutely,
perfectly
that's
fine.
perfectly
Okay.
fine. Yeah,
Okay.
thank you.
Yeah, I think we ought to get an estimate on what
let's
it's
get some
going to
pricing.
cost.
I think there's room for collaboration here. Again, my big concern was I don't know that you've heard my argument.
Yeah.
But I'm also not, I don't think it's unreasonable to try to collaborate a little bit too.
Absolutely.
So, okay. Any other old business? Let's move on to new business. We've got a utility adjust for 240 South Indiana in the amount of $129.63. And it looks like there was a leak in the yard, I guess.
They bored a new line to their house.
So he replaced his water line,
Yes.
Thank you.
You're
Thank you.
welcome. Thank you.
and that's been verified repair by Mr. Nikolov. So it is eligible for adjust.
I move that we approve this utility adjustment.
Second.
Third. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I'll send it this way and.
Okay. All right. Other new business. I've kind of given you all a proposed salary ordinance. We never updated it after we hired Mr. Nikolov here, nor did we update it after making Luke the street commissioner. And in addition to reflecting current salaries or compensation, it also, our salary ordinance is what establishes job descriptions and roles and responsibilities. And I think that that's something that we ought to prioritize. I had sent out some language a couple months ago for y'all to review and didn't really get any feedback on it because we had a lot else going on at the time. But I think it's something that we need to get in place so it reflects where we're at right now, and kind of remove any if there's any confusion among people working for us or people in the community as to who does what. It's on paper. So.
Can they have a couple of weeks to review this?
Yeah, I think so. I don't even have the right numbers plugged into it.
Okay.
I do think I have very reasonable language in there.
Okay.
But obviously, I'm me, y'all are you.
Right.
And
I'd
so,
like to review this.
so
and,
please give feedback, and I'll get you a copy as well so you can see what we're looking at.
Appreciate that.
But I'd like to be able to move on it at the next meeting if we can. Just it's a loose end we haven't tied up.
I agree.
Here I almost denied it. Okay. Any other new business from the council? All right. Now open up for public comment. And I'm terrible about this, but we continue to try to navigate the world of online streaming of meetings. So if we can utilize the microphone, please.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Back on the cat subject. Has the town council made an agreement with Community Cats of Hamilton County to have a cat colony
No, sir.
on South Broadway?
Never.
Have they made an agreement with Atlanta Mobile Home Park to have a cat colony?
No, sir.
Okay. Atlanta Mobile Home Park said absolutely not. No cat colony allowed on our property. My son has talked to them today and informed them that he will be suing them for damages to his property. She's reached out to the owner. She's requesting that Lee and Amanda be removed from their property immediately. The problem I have, the cat colony, is the people that run it are in Fishers, Indiana. So why are they dumping cats in Atlanta, Indiana?
That's a very,
Why
very
don't they
good
dump
question.
them in Fishers? Luke called me today. He talked to the state. They said they can't do anything because it's a cat colony. The other situation is my son is still trapping and he's still catching cats. Who do we call to remove the cats? I mean, they're on his property. They're destroying it. He's got live traps for possums. He's catching cats. Who do we call? If we remove them and we just dump them, kill them, it's a level 6 felony. We're not going to do that.
Right.
The animal control says it's on Luke as the ordinance officer to remove the cats. Luke's afraid to remove the cat because this lady's threatening felony charges against him if he removes them.
Okay.
Somewhere, somehow, somebody's got to do something with the cats.
Correct.
I mean, we're up to almost $1,000 in damages just on his furniture.
If we could step backwards just a minute, are you saying that there is some sort of recognized cat colony.
Yeah, in the state of Indiana. And that's supposedly
Okay.
community cats of Hamilton County deemed that a cat colony.
What's a cat colony?
It means that they're just feral cats and it's a colony and you can't touch them. But my problem is if you read the ordinance or if you read the law on it, they have to be fixed. Them cats are dumping kittens all over our property. So that tells me they're not fixed. I mean, there's no way. And if you look at the cats, the majority of them look sick. Another thing is Luke could walk down there and say, I want to see vaccination records of every cat out here because they have to have record of it. If
Right.
they don't, then
It's like my dog
theoretically
has to
should
have
remove them.
Yeah, my dog
because
has to have
they're
a
sick.
rabies
Right.
tag, and
You have
it's
they have to have
if they
rabies
don't have it, it's a
tags.
problem.
They have to have everything. Now, I know our town ordinance says cats have to be on a leash or on your property.
Correct.
So how would a cat colony override that?
I
How
don't
would it
think it
override the town
does. And
ordinance?
I don't know how somebody could officially establish a cat colony without the approval of the local municipality.
Right, because it says that you have to pay like a permit fee, right? Some towns will require, like say Noblesville will say, I want a $25 permit fee, and then we'll give you the right to
Yeah.
have a cat colony.
No, I think we're at the point here where we probably get our attorneys
Yes, we have.
involved in
Yeah, I
this.
was hoping he was here tonight, because I
No.
mean, it's just,
Right.
it's
No,
out of hand.
and we talked about this last week. Mr. Nikolov and I were down there last week or earlier. No, it was last week because they had a sewer question, and we ended up talking about this issue. And I didn't realize that we had the level of a problem down there, but it is very bad. And
They're everywhere. I mean, I would, if I had to
But-
guess, I'm gonna say 40 to 50 cats that just everywhere.
Horrible.
And I walk out of my building, I walk out in my yard, and there's cat poop everywhere. That's all you smell.
Yeah.
And
no,
it's not the cat's fault, but
So
I
when
mean,
when you say trailer park, in my mind,
it's a
The mobile home park.
specific trailer.
is it the one
South
on
Bravo
South Indiana?
or South Indiana.
yep, 600 South Indiana.
But aren't you off of Broadway though? Is
I am.
it is it the do those trailer is that the same
Yes.
trailer park?
Same trailer
It's the
park.
same both sides of that. Okay. All right.
There is rules on trailer parks and campgrounds that they allow. They call it TNR, trap, neuter, release. But they got to stay on the trailer park property. The minute they cross that street, the town of Atlanta is not a trailer park.
Yeah.
They need to keep them on their property. You know, I mean, something's got to be done with them.
Yes.
It's just,
I agree.
it's out of hand. And the other thing that I would like to bring up tonight is the sewer. It needs to be looked at why I'm responsible to dig a street up to fix a sewer line to the main that's on the opposite side of the street as me. I think that's a little excessive that I should pay. I mean, every other town out there, I don't know every town, but the majority of towns out there, you're responsible to edge of your property. The town's responsible for what's under the street. And I think that's something that should be looked at in the future of if we have an issue, who's responsible to cut that road?
So there's an issue between under the road.
Yeah. More than likely, that's what's going to be the problem. I mean, we busted it open as far as there was some roots, but I'm going to dig it up on my side and I'm going to have the guy come back out and scope it. If that's collapsed under that street, why should I pay that kind of money to dig up a sewer that's been there for, what, since the 70s, 60s? That's old clay tile that's collapsed. I mean, how's that? I mean, how can you expect a resident to pay? I mean, you're looking at 30, 40 grand to spend to replace a sewer that should have been updated already.
Do we know where his tap's located?
I believe so. I think it's on the tap map, but it crosses Broadway.
It does.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the only other
Here's,
question I
so here's
had,
the thing, though. There wasn't sewer in the alley behind originally, and there is now.
have
so
you
there is
figured out if
another
it
option.
comes down that far? There is a manhole
Yeah, look at
behind
the map, but I don't
Alan
know.
Waldron's garage. There's a manhole right there, but I don't know if they dead ended it there or if they came all the way down to the street. I don't know.
I've got to verify it, but as I recall, we made an extension when we did our last
Because
project.
I mean, if it comes down to that, and I can dig through the back and tie
Then
in,
it's a non-issue.
Then it's not an
except
issue.
for that we'd have a
but if I have to
we
cut
would
the
have to
street and all that,
put
you,
a
you can't expect the homeowner
liner
to do
repair over
that.
there or something like that.
And I don't know, you said that ordinance, I mean, how long ago was that ordinance put
Well,
in?
it wasn't updated all that long. It's been since I was on the council that it was updated. But the town owns mains. The town doesn't own lateral lines.
Right.
And
But-
so there was a,
Then there
It
should
just
be a,
never-
there should be a main down both sides of the street then, that we tie into.
yeah.
I mean, I just, I think that's excessive, because I mean, I'm telling you, if I have to dig it up, I'm saw cutting it, I'm digging it, and I'm putting it back. I'm not paying 40 grand to have somebody do
Sure.
it. I'm
Absolutely.
just not doing it. I mean, I
Yeah,
can
and
do
I think
the
that's
work,
why the
but-
town has street cut permits and design standards for roads and stuff, is so that work can be done.
Right.
But I get what you're saying, and if there's a way to avoid that,
I mean, I know my
I mean-
son, he goes, well, it's all the trucks that drive through here. I said, yeah, I drive my semi into town. I have less ground pressure than a pickup truck
Yeah.
does, but the trash truck drives through town loaded, and
Oh.
I haul for waste management. When
Yeah,
them trash trucks come to the landfill, they're pushing 100,000 pounds. So,
Yeah.
school buses, I mean, you know, it's just,
sure.
that stuff's all old. It's all out of date. I mean, I'm hoping that you find that the sewer line goes down there, or I can at least dig out back and turn and go to the manhole. But then it comes to the thing, when I get to the main, who connects it?
Right.
I can't. I'm not allowed by law to connect to the main. It's got to be the town that does it.
We'll do some research on both fronts.
I mean, hopefully,
Can't say
right now I
that
got him
yet.
working, but eventually it's going to become an issue. I know it is.
Sure.
You know, and then in the near future, I got to do something. But
Okay.
that's all I got.
Well, we'll do some research on the one, but the cat deal is, there's no world where that's acceptable.
Supposedly,
So,
the
sorry
cat
y'all are
colony
dealing with
lady will be here at the town hall at 11 a.m. on Wednesday for a meeting
With who?
with Luke, because she has threatened him, and she's coming in here to meet. I don't know if somebody from the town council should probably be here and
I'm
be
gonna
like,
see if
we're not agreeing to a cat
we need to see
colony.
if maybe our attorney can be here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I know Luke told me that he asked me if I wanted to come, Trevor if he wanted to come because he has the issue. Trevor did text the trailer park manager and said, hey, there is a meeting at 11 a.m. on Wednesday for this, so you might want to attend and let them know it's not allowed on your property. Because Amanda put all over Facebook that she feeds them, she's this and that, and now all of a sudden she's like, oh, no, that's not mine, that's not my colony, because they want them out. They're like, we're done, no more.
Sure.
So, I don't know.
Okay.
But
We'll see what we
supposedly,
can
you may
do
check
about-
with Luke. I'm pretty sure he said it's 11 a.m. Wednesday. She's supposed to come up here and meet.
Well, again, it's indefensible. It
Yeah.
really is. So we'll do whatever we can.
All right, cool. Thank you.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
First furniture,
What about?
like whoever accepts responsibility.
Oh yeah, let me know who accepts responsibility so I know who to sue. Because he is filing small claims for him. I mean, that's
Yeah.
$1,000. I mean, you might as well get your money back. So.
That's horrible.
Yeah, I mean, he told a mobile home park he was gonna, as soon as he told him that he's got a lawyer and he's gonna, oh no, we're not agreeing to that, to them having that, but.
Well, I know I can tell you right now that the town never has and never will approve anything like
I
that.
didn't think so,
And
but I had to ask
we're going to
you.
do what we can to get rid of it.
All
I
right,
mean,
I
that's-
appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Do you know who, what was the name that approved it in the first place? The Hamilton County?
It's Hamilton, what I just said, community,
I wrote down Community Cat Colony of Hamilton County. Does that sound
community
right?
cats of Hamilton County.
Community Cats.
Because I know when he tried to trap a possum, he caught the cat. First day he let it go. The second day it was hissing, and so he's like, he called animal control. Animal control said, if it hisses, don't touch it. He said, I'm gonna get you in contact with Arcadia. Put him on the phone with Arcadia Police. They said, we can't do anything because the town won't sign the thing to let us enforce ordinances in the town of Atlanta. I'll get you in contact with Luke Brown.
Okay.
Luke come down and goes, I'll take it. He said, everyone you trap, you call, I will come get it. I will take it to the wherever, 24 hours. Nobody claims it. I have somewhere to take it. But now all of a sudden, I think he's nervous because that lady
Sure.
threatened him, basically, and
How long does it take to capture 50
Oh man, we're gonna put like 10 traps out. I mean,
I think it'll be pretty quick.
yeah.
They're all in a pretty
They
small
sure
area.
put a trap out, they go in it. I mean, it's horrible. I mean, they're crowding everywhere. And it just,
Well,
I can't stand it.
like you said, furniture, porch furniture. I don't want to go
it's
sit
real.
on
I mean,
that.
there's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's just, it sucks through, it gets in the foam, it's in the, I mean, it's like Luke, when he walked in the backyard to get the trap, he's like, holy cow, what is that smell? And Trevor's like, that's cat urine. That's all you smell. And especially like now that it's rain, I mean, it just kind of brings it up.
Weaponized.
And our dogs are going nuts. And I mean, I told Luke, I know it's a dog law, but I'm at this point, my dog's a dog colony, I'm just gonna turn them loose and let them have at it, because, I mean, they're tearing our curtains down trying to get to the cats. And
Sure.
Yeah.
it's ridiculous.
No, that's there's language somewhere in our ordinance book. I don't remember where it says it, but language that sticks out in my mind of something like interfering with the peaceful enjoyment of
It definitely does.
something, and
I'm
it
sure
sounds
you
like
see
that
it,
fits
you
that
ride
language
bicycle down
perfect.
there,
So
I'm sure you see 'em all over the place.
ain't right. All right, we'll do what we can.
Hey,
Anything else? Yes, ma'am.
Of course.
Could, Jennifer, could you give a report on how much interest we made on the park money? Just because a lot of people don't know that's what's going on.
Okay, so for the month of June, it was a little over $1,300. So for the year, it's almost 67 or 6,600. So the total with the CD and the sale of the ball diamond, the total is $504,799.31.
Okay. Thank you. And also, when are we gonna get decals on the town trucks? I've been asking.
I was thinking about that earlier. I want it to be that.
I don't have a problem with that.
I don't know if we have a digital version of that could be expanded that much, or if not, if a sign guy could make that happen for us.
I bet he could.
But, and I don't even want, there's a color version out there on our festival sign. I'm not even saying color. I think just black and white, our Main Street logo is super cool. We could do that and then maybe have the website on there. Atlanta Utilities and then atlanta.in.gov. So.
Well, I move that we proceed with that.
Aren't there stickers on there now?
There were, and I think the ones got removed from the one truck because it was getting paint work done, and then the other one had a clear protective film over it that started peeling. And I don't know if it could have been salvaged or not, but in any case, the whole thing got taken off. I haven't talked to.
You know what? AJ brought some decals up here not too long ago. I think he didn't charge, but maybe
Sure.
$10. But
Okay, so it might already be in progress.
yeah.
All right. We'll
Get decals.
we'll figure that out and get our trucks labeled again.
People don't know what those trucks are, why they're sitting someplace.
Yeah, pulls up in behind your house or something like that.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they need to be labeled.
Okay. Any other questions, comments? Well, thank you everybody for coming. Is there a motion to sign our claims and adjourn?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
All right.
Aye.